turn off the generating units by maintaining a minimum fuel cost. And now we are going to integrate this economic dispatch control with the existing low frequency control. So already in low frequency control, that is in primary, along with primary control, we are having a secondary control loop. It is having an interval control. It is for reducing the area control error. So along with this primary and secondary control loops, we are having another loop that is called tertiary control loop. It's nothing but the economic dispatch control loop. So the purpose of having economic dispatch control is it is going to reduce the economic dispatch error. So the thing is we can equate this economic dispatch error as the difference between the desired and the actual power generation. So we have to meet out the varying power demand. For according to the variation in the power demand, we have to do the alterations in the power generation. So the power demand, we can say that as the desired power generation. So for meeting out this power demand, we have to alter the power generation. So we can estimate the difference available between the power demand requirement and the generation. So that we are calling as the economic dispatch error. So in order to reduce such economic dispatch error, so the purpose is that we have to maintain a power balance. If not so, we are calling that as an economic dispatch error. So we have to reduce that error to zero. It means we have to maintain a power balance. We are adding one control called economic dispatch control, and we are treat this as a tertiary control in low frequency. And the desired power generation is calculated by the central economic dispatch computer. So the desired value we know by means of having estimating the load demand. And now we can the PG desired is sent to the local load dispatch center computer. So with that value, we are just going to compare the actual value for getting the economic dispatch error. So